Now let's continue on here. We got a couple more steps to go through. Let's go ahead and click your selection tool. Drag it across here and then move your heart down. Now these aren't perfect, but you know, hey, we're just, at this point, we're just trying to give you the basics. Now let me move these around just a little bit. Now you'll notice on some of my other videos you will actually see the hearts. On some of my videos they're green hearts and they look like a clover, and this is the template I used to do that. I just went through, created 3 hearts that were opposite each other like this, and at that point I could then go through and use these as cutouts independently or together. Now what you want to do is, in order to make a good cutout, you want to color it so that when you layer it over the top of another window, now let me open up another paint window here because I want to, let's see, let's open this up, see if I can find a nice gradient here. Now what I'd like to do is just open up a gradient so that you can see the results. Now open up a gradient, you can see the results we get. Okay. Now, 800 by 600 is the standard format layout that we're working with. Now what you want to do is, in order for you to layer something, to place something over this and get the cutouts looking the way you want to, the best way to do that is to add an additional color. The additional color is going to be gray. Could be any shade of gray you want or any other color you want. The color isn't as important as the fact that you're using it to cover up the rest of it. Now hit your paint can, left click. You have now colored your lines. Now let's go ahead, just for kicks and grins, let's change the color of your outlines here to a gray. And there's a reason why I'm doing this. There's a couple of little spots here that are black and I don't want to touch them all up. So I've created a dark gray, light gray, and there's black dots. Since we want that and we want to get rid of the black, what you can do is you right click to make your background white, left click to make your background black, hit your eraser tool, hit your control and your plus sign at the same time, which will enlarge your eraser to a very large size. Now if you right click and drag it across the screen, you'll only remove the black dots. Quick way to change colors or to remove unwanted colors from drawings. Real simple trick that a lot of people don't know about in paint, but it really works nice. Now in order to get this back the way I wanted it, you can then go back to the black background and then recolor this. Recolor it black, and you've got pretty much everything the way you want it. You've got your cutout set on your screen. Now what we're going to do is we're going to click the selection tool, going to left click edit, select all, then you want to right click over the top, copy it. Now for a minute we're going to switch over to the other window. Oh, pretty green. Now in order to make this work, you click on the selection tool, you click on your transparent background, then you right click and you can paste, and voila, we now have cutouts. Now you can move these around to change the colors depending upon what shade you want or what have you in your cutouts. This will in fact change the colors of your background. Now suppose you get this and you line them all up and everything's hunky-dory, but you notice all the green. Okay, now if I click outside of this, I've set the colors for my hearts. So I've already got my presets or have set up my hearts to make the cutouts exactly the way I want. Okay, once I do this and I click outside of here, I now have this outline here, and if you go back here and try and color one of these lines at a time, you're going to see it gets very tedious. So what you can do is you go in here, click on your tool for squares or rectangles, and then you want to click on a solid line, then you want to click on your eyedropper, match your color tool for your gray, and then you can left click and drag it up to the corner. Left click and drag it, left click and drag it, and scoot this over here in the window, left click and drag it, slide your slider down, and then one last time left click, drag it down. Now you have covered everything in gray once again, and you still have your hearts in the same color and the shade you want. Now you can click Edit, click Select All again, click Copy, and now what we're going to do is, rather than change all this up and lose all the previous work you've done, you want to open another paint window, and this will give you the same results. You're back to the same thing. Click on your selection tool, click Transparent Color, right click, click Paste. Now you have 3 perfect cutouts of different shapes or different angles of your hearts. Go ahead, click on your paint can, and then the background is white, click white. Right click on it, you get your white. Right click on the black, you get your white. Right click, right click. Now you have 3 hearts set up in different colors, just the way you want lined up and just what you want to do with them. Okay, you can use this with any shape. You can do this over many different backgrounds. In this case, we did it over this particular thing here, which is the green gradient, and we use this one right here. Now if I open it up with paint, you'll notice it's same color, hasn't changed. But in this one here, if I go through and I save it or close it, it's going to ask me to save it. No, you don't want to save it, because then it's going to save it exactly like you've written it down there. Go up here to this one. If you want to save your cutouts, this would be the place and time to save the cutouts. Probably a good idea to do it before you get to this point. So once you get your cutouts the way you want them, save a copy of them. You can always go back and delete them later. And then your cutouts here you want to save as well. Any of these can be saved at any point, just to make sure you don't lose your work. But that's basically the lesson. Go ahead and save as. You want to save gradients. In this case, we're going to just do a bitmap format because it's easier to edit later. And then you want to go for, well, let's see, I've got other places to put it, but I'll just put it in here for now. You want to just do heart cutouts. Okay. Now once you've saved it, you can close it and you're done with it. And then you can work with the other one. Now this one I opened up again simply to show you the different shades. If you're working with a larger screen resolution, you can see all this a lot better. But this is the one you want to save, because now you have your heart cutouts. And then you can just save it as a bitmap here. On your drop down is type, save it as bitmap. And then you can do 3 green gradient hearts. Okay, now if you do that, you've saved it, you've got your cutouts ready to go to work for you in another project, or you can use these later.